Hello children, good morning. Today we are going to learn about Maria Sharapova. Yes, I think all of you know about her. But let us know what are the problems she faced and how she could overcome all those problems to be number one in the world tennis world. Okay, now before we go and do that, let us do a small exercise. A Russian girl, Maria Sharapova, reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. As you read about her, see if you can draw a comparison between her and Santoshi Yadav. Okay, now here are some words which you phrases and the meanings which you need to match. What are they? Something disarming, at odds with, glamorous attire, in almost no time, poised beyond her ears, packed off, launched, heart reaching. Okay, these are the phrases what you are going to find in this lesson, and here are the meanings of these words, phrases. Okay, now let us go and read first two paragraphs where you find almost all these words and see whether you can easily identify the meaning or not. Okay, there is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005 to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Okay, now this is the first paragraph, and if we go back and see those words, what are the words you can find there, right? Disarming something, did you find? Yes, and then at odds with, yes, glamorous attire, yes, in almost no time, yes. Poised beyond her, yes. Now, I want all of you read that paragraph one more time and go back and see whether you can guess the meaning or not, and you can match them with that meaning. Okay? There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. Okay, something disarming, quickly, almost immediately, more calm, confident, and in control than people of her age usually are, in contrast to not agreeing with something that makes you feel friendly, taking away your suspicious scent of attractive and exciting clothes, causing strong feelings and sadness. Stated. Okay, now what are the things you can find there and match there when you read this paragraph? Do that. Let us go for the second paragraph now. Take a pause, and after completing that, come to second paragraph. This is Maria Sharapova, who won the women's singles at Wimbledon in 2004. Now, however, the rapid ascent in a fierce competitive world began 9 years after with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path of success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2 years separation from her mother, Elena. The later was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. So with that paragraph, all the 8 words will be completed. take a pause here, complete everything. Now let us understand what is there in that. So there is something disarming about Maria Sharapova. Something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. Okay, something disarming. So what is the meaning of something disarming? Something that makes you feel friendly, right? So it is something is there in Maria Sharapova which makes you feel very friendly. Something at odds with her ready smile. Something with odds means in contrast with to or not agreeing with, different from both. Odd may not means what? When all belong to one group, this will be something different. So something at odds with her ready smile, the way she smiles, and the glamorous attire, completely opposite of that. And you even then you feel something friendly in her nature, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005, to the world's #1 position in women's tennis. So Monday, 22nd August 2005 was the day when she became the world #1 in tennis world, okay, for women. All this happened in almost no time. So within very fast, she could reach that height of #1 place in women's tennis. Okay, poised beyond her years, poised beyond her years. Yes, poised beyond her years means when you compare to her age people, it is very fast. Poised beyond her years, Siberian young teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. To reach that place, she took just 4 years. Now, we are going to talk about all the problems what she has faced. However, the rapid accent in a fiercely competitive world. So this tennis champion is really a very competitive world, right? So that rapid accent, the way she started climbing that began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. So that she could achieve with lot of sacrifice. That sacrifice, the children of 9 years will never be willing to uh, accept that kind of sacrifice at that age. So, what was that sacrifice she has made? Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday, which means she was just 9 years old when she was packed off to train in the United States. So, she was supposed to go to the United States of America when she was not even 10 years old. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path of success and stardom. So, that trip with her father, Yuri, so only father was going with her, that launched a path, gave a way, showed a proper way for her success of stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2 year separation from her mother, Elena. So this required that the mother could not come with her. She had to be away from her mother at that age for almost 2 years. Father was Yuri and mother was Elena. Okay. Now, the later was compelled to stay back in Siberia. So later means whose name was mentioned later? Elena's mother. Sharapova's mother, Elena, she was stayed there. She stayed there in Siberia because of visa restrictions. So the 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life. Very important lesson actually in life. What is that she had learned? That tennis excellence would only come at a price. Without paying anything, you are not going to get this kind of #1 place. So she had to sacrifice a lot to reach that place. Now, I used to be so lonely. So mother was not there and father, you know what he was doing? Let us see now. Maria Sharapova recalls. So when she was telling, she used to recollect that. So I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going. So that was not an easy, cheap or costing with less money. So she had to pay a lot of money for that, and her father was very busy working and earning that money so that he could pay the money for her training, and mother was not there with her. So she felt very, very lonely at that time. So she could not see me, he could not see me either. So he was so busy in his work that he could not even see the daughter, what she was doing, how she was, and all that. Now, because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So she was just a very young girl. So she used to sleep by 8 o'clock. Okay, so after sleeping, these other students, pupils, they used to come at 11 o'clock to that room. At that time, they used to wake her up and tell her, now come on, make the room tidy, clean the room properly. So instead of letting that depress me, she had that there be any other student or any other one, they used to feel that why they are making fun of me like that, why should they wake me up? So they used to go into a depression. But now, instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. So that gave her a lot of mental strength. I learned how to take care of myself. So nobody is there to take care of you. If you are not liking anything, it is you have to tell. It is you have to fight with it. It is you have to get adjusted. So that concept she understood them. So I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. So she knew very well that her aim was to be number one in tennis world. So she knew that. So she did not want to quit. Means enough of this. These people are making troubling me a lot. I can't be here and learn this kind of training. No, I'm going back to my Siberia and I'm going to stay with my father and mother. I am not going to learn that. No, she did not quit. She continuously worked hard. All those problems gave her strength to uh, made her more determined to go with a challenge. When you come from nothing and when you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. Yes, children, look at that sentence. When you come from nothing, so you don't have anything, there isn't anything what you already have, and you have nothing. So you come from nothing and you have nothing now. So at that is a thought which made her to work in a determined way, and the desire to achieve something was very, very strong in her. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. So to pursue her dream, not only those humiliations, not only those insults, even they were more also, she could easily over face them, and because her determination was very, very strong to pursue her dream, to achieve that place, she was ready to face any kind of challenges. That was the dream, very strong dream. When any person has, they will accept for all such kinds of challenges. That toughness runs through Maria even today. So it was not that she reached number one place and her dream was fulfilled and now she need not work, she can relax. No, that toughness runs through Maria even today also. It was the key for her bagging for key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot in the following year. So that was the toughness which runs in Maria even today also. Because of that toughness, she could win Wimbledon in 2004, and then within 1 year, she became world's number one women in tennis world. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia The summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. The straight looks and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition made it amply clear that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. That is her mantra for success. So, a girl coming from Siberian plains to reach the summit, going to the peak of women's tennis, has touched the hearts of many tennis players. The way from frozen plains of Siberia, she reached the summit of climbed the very big mount of world tennis, women's tennis, that touched the hearts of many fans, tennis fans. For the youngster herself, that herself there appears to be no room for sentiment. Oh, she never gave any scope for that sentiment. The straight looks in and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition made it amply clear. So the answer was very, very clear. What was that answer? That she was very, very clear in her dreams and she has all the strength to fight, and by nature she was very competitive, and she really worked hard because she knew very well what is the work she was supposed to do, how much sacrifice she has to do, and what how much hard work she has to do to reach that position. She knew that very well, so she could achieve that. She did not fix any packages. I can work only this much and afterwards I need my rest. No, she never took any rest till she achieved her goal. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubts, she says, I am a Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So, when she was speaking, as she went there when she was 9 years old, and uh, she was living there, so her way of speaking, that American accent is there in the way she was talking. So when the question was asked, she told that I am a Russian. I was born in Russia. It's true that this US, United States of America, played a very big role in my life, but I have Russian citizenship. I belong to Russia, and my blood is totally Russian. And if Russian people wants me to play the Olympics for Russia, yes, I will play even for Russian country also. That's what her. So that shows her love for the country, right? Like any other of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. So any teenage girl, if you ask what are her likes, then they will tell fashionable, being fashionable, and then singing songs and dancing. These three will definitely be apart many other things. So she also of that same category. Her She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle, and her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So she loves reading Sir Arthur Conan Doyle books, and also she liked even her evening gowns, fancy, sophisticated evening gowns, and that was again different from her likes. What was that she liked to eat? She liked pancakes and chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. All that she liked. Okay, now Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Means being in a pigeonholed means being at one place without moving, or categorized, making, yes, she is of this kind of girl. Not like that. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. That is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. This is what she would say for her monetary gains. Of course, money is a motivation, tennis is a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. Yes, Maria Sharapova, she cannot be pigeonholed or categorized telling that she is of this kind. No, her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and that unwavering means there is no ups and downs like no I will do that, no I will not do that. So there is no change of mind. She is very stubborn. Once she decided, yes, she is going to do that. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice anything, all these things have lifted this lady to the top of the world. And there are few people who will really feel jealous of the riches, the money, what she earned. And then when a question was asked about her monetary gains, this is the reply given by her. Of course, tennis is money is a motivation. Why I started working all that? I knew very well that if I win this, I will get so much money. So money is the one what is motivated, which is one motivation, but for which I was working. That is one motivation. I was motivated to earn more money. And then tennis is a business and a sport. You can consider that tennis as a business and also as a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That is the dream that kept me going. So, okay, it is money. Once I got the money, I could stop it, relax for a few days. No, I didn't do that because more than money, more than business, more than sport, my only desire was to be number one in this game. And that was my motivation and that was my dream. So I continuously worked and I could reach that number one position in the world of tennis. So that was really a very very big sacrifice from her side, right? Because now we are not able to go away from our likes and dislikes just to read well. During this COVID-19 period, we are supposed to work, and parents, I mean, in some cases, parents went for office. You were there all alone. But instead of working hard and reading all that, you were getting tempted and watch TV or do any other thing. But that kind of temptations, even Maria Sharapova also had. But she did not get tempted. She knew what was her goal. She worked for that and she could achieve. So if you have strong desire in you, that is how you are going to work, leaving all sorts of temptations. All the best, children. At least get inspiration from Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova and know what is your dream and start working for that. All the best. Now let us do the work, whatever is given there after the lessons. Okay. Compare. Points of comparison and contrast of Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. 5 points are given and you have to write what are different and what are same. Going back to both the lessons, read and then write. And then thinking about the language, look at the following sentences. They each have two clauses of or two parts of each with their own subject and verb or verbal phrase. Often one part utilized tells us when and why something happened. So look at these examples and identify the two parts in these sentences and underline the part that gives us the information in the brackets as shown. So contrast her dress with that of others. Whatever is giving that clause, you have to underline there. So here in the brackets, they are given the hint. Keeping that hint, you need to do underline that. That's it. You can do that in your textbook only. Now, uh, rewrite the following sentences given below as one sentence. So you are going to join them using proper connector. Okay. Yeah. That's it, children. You can do those too. Okay. Thank you.